Hello friends, welcome to Joy of Life. So before we proceed with this episode, what I would like to tell you is that if you have not seen the system design introduction video wherein we have discussed about the architecture of this mini project that we are building, I would highly recommend you to check the same. I will leave a link to the description as well so that you can click, check the same and then get back onto the video. So in the last episode, what we have done is we have created our entity class URL and we have created our URL service and also created our URL repository, and we have made the connection between them. So once you post a URL, now it's going to go all the way to the repository via the service and it's going to persist it, right? Also, we have tested our code where we have the Spring running in our local machine and MySQL running on the Docker machine. So there are certain challenges when we take both MySQL and Spring into Docker. So we are going to see and understand them, and we are also going to debug and resolve any problem that we see. So it's kind of a manual testing that we are going to do, and we'll be resolving those problems. And so let's check out the video and understand them in more details. Now what we are going to do next is we are going to run this application. So the application is coming up and yep, it's running fine so far. No errors, we are good for now. So what we'll quickly do is we'll check if the table has been created. Yes, you can see that the table has been created. So you can do a desc of URL and you can see that we have the ID, created date and the URL, right? So we'll move over to the Postman collection and we will try to insert a few URLs and see how it goes. So you can just make a post and our console doesn't have any errors. You can see that this is the query that's been executed, right? So ideally data should be there inside our table. Yep, you can see that we have generated the UUID successfully, but a created date is not there for some reason. So we need to check on that. And we have google.com over here. So let's fix whatever problem we have seen so far. So let's first fix the created date problem that we have. We will not use this created date for now, and what we'll do is we'll change in our resource class as well, and we'll set the created date for now. So we have added back the created date, and let's redeploy this and try to insert some more data into it. So let's go over here and let's put YouTube for now and try with that. So we got a 200. Okay, that means there was no error. So what we'll do quickly is we'll just do a select star from table and we see that we have the created date this time, right? So we are good for now. Let's build a Docker image and let's try to put that as a Docker container and let's try that out. So let's check what are the images we have over here. So we have these images. So we have the URL feeder service image, right? So we are going to rebuild this image. So for that, what we'll do is we'll go to the folder and now we are going to build the image. Make sure that the application is stopped. Yes, the image has been built. Now what we'll do is we'll use the same command. You have to run it from this directory. Don't forget you have the Docker file inside this. The same command that we have used yesterday, nothing else. So the image is built. So let's check on the Docker images. So you can see it's about 8 seconds ago. And what we'll do is in Docker containers, we have the MySQL one running, right? So I've cleaned up all the images. So if I do a ps-a, we just have the URL project. So let's create this new instance, and this time we'll give a name so that we can keep a track of it, right? So what I'll do is docker run -p and all those things is fine. Here I'll put a name that its name is URL feeder service. So this time we see a bunch of problems that we are getting, right? Dialect and everything, we are facing some problem with. And we can see that the connection has been refused, right? We need to fix all these and we will do that, not a worry. So now the problem is basically we have specified over here that we are connected to localhost, right? And we are inside the Docker container. So the localhost won't work over here. So let's check on what are the images running. So we have the URL project, right? And if you remember that we have specified it as localhost, right? So this is not going to work. It was mapped to our local port, right? And it's not going to work over here. So we have our container URL project and we are going to inspect that container first. So once we inspect, we can see that it has been assigned with IP. So every container that we create has an IP. So we are going to use this IP instead of localhost that we have specified over here. And also, if you remember, what happened was 3307 was the port that was mapped to my local system, but it's actually running on 3306, right? Even if you check over here, you will see that 3306 is mapped to 3307, right? This is the internal port. So we are going to set 3306 over here, URL project, everything remains the same, right? Now what we are going to do is we are going to go over and build it again. So if I try to build it now, it will not work, right? Because it will not find this IP address that we have provided above, right? So we will end up having a bunch of errors. So you can see that we have been flooded with exceptions over here. That's because you cannot connect to 172.17.0.2 from your local system, right? For that, we have created a separate mapping in order to connect. We cannot use that. So what we are going to do over here, we need to build it, right? So after we are done with all the exceptions, what we are going to do is we are going to do a Maven clean install again, but we are going to skip the tests. So in order to skip the test, we'll put the following parameter along with MVN clean install. So this time you won't have a problem when you run this. Now that we have the jar ready, so we'll rebuild the Docker image and we'll start the container. So our image is now ready. So we'll just check the images once. So you can see here that you have the URL feeder service created 9 seconds ago. We are good. And let's see what we have in our containers. So container, we have one container. I have exited everything else. So now we are going to run our container over here. And we'll run the container from the image. So this time, if you look, that we don't have the exceptions and everything looks good to us, right? So now what we'll quickly do is we are going to go to our service over here and first do a ping test. So we are still getting a pong, we are good. And now we'll try to post something. So let's say adobe.com. So you can see that we got 200 over here, right? So you can check over here that it's been inserted. So we'll open another instance of command prompt and we'll quickly go ahead and check. So we are in the bash. So we'll do a MySQL hyphen and we'll do a select star from URL. So you can see here that adobe.com has also been added over here. So this is how you run multiple containers and you connect them to get things done. So here are the two containers and that is all from this tutorial. And on the next part, we are going to see a more advanced topic. So do subscribe and click the notification icon so that you can get the notification as soon as I upload the videos. So in the next episode, we are going to set up some different services along with Kafka, and we will try to publish this URL directly from here into a topic and we'll consume it and we'll move forward. So thank you once again. Take care and stay tuned for next episodes.